So I hosted a LEGO game show and it went a lot better than I expected. About a year ago, I posted a video for people to sign up for the first ever TBC building competition, and the response I got was incredible. We had all 12 spots fill up within the first hour of me posting it. In the video, I explained what the competition was. The contestants were tasked with building a mock of any kind and theme within a given allotted time. The grand prize was the 501st Battle Pack. The competition was set up tournament style, with 4 groups of 3 people facing off in the group stage, and the winners of each group would go on to the semifinals, and then the winners of the semifinals would move on to the finals. In the group stage, the contestants had 10 minutes to build, 30 minutes in the semifinals, and a full hour in the finale. To cancel out any personal bias, I had 4, but most likely against any of the contestants. The winners would be chosen by you guys through Vote on the Community tab. After each live stream of the competition, a poll would be sent out and all of you would vote on who you think the winner should be. Some votes were absolute blowouts while others were nail biters. But without further ado, here's how the competition went down. On December 1st, 2020, the first group stage was held. The contestants were all longtime viewers of the channel. Sprknm, That One Guy, and Shot First. These once friends were about to be pitted against each other in one of the most brutal and savage competitions ever to be invented. I began by asking each contestant who the biggest threat would be in the group.
Honestly, I feel like Han is the bigger threat because he has an idea.
Who do you think is the biggest threat to you this round?
Myself.
The going was tough, and the 10 minutes came and went quickly. Too quickly.
All right, maybe 10 minutes was a bit too short because we have 2 minutes left.
I made the executive decision to extend the time to 20 minutes for the group stages, and the building commenced.
All right, we'll add another 10 minutes onto the clock. You know, this is my show. We're changing the rules.
With each of the contestants building to the final seconds, with exception to That One Guy.
Moving on to That One Guy. Hello, how are you feeling about your mock today?
I think I'm confident.
Are you done?
I think. At first I thought it was 10 minutes, but you added 10 more minutes. And I'm trying to.
Yeah, I can
some
see that you definitely planned for this to be actually 10 minutes.
Han and That One Guy took traditional routes to their mocks, while Sprknm used some unorthodox, some called illegal techniques. Once the dust settled, these were the mocks produced by the contestants, and I asked each who they thought would win the round.
Who, other than yourself, who do you think is going to win?
Honestly, That One Guy.
I'm sorry, That One Guy, but I'm kind of looking at Han a little bit more.
To be honest, Sprknm.
Sprknm, okay.
Yep.
My favorite thing so far was you acting surprised when That One Guy said he thought Sprknm would win. That made my day.
The next morning, the poll was sent out, and Shot First was our first winner and semifinalist of the competition. The next day, on December 2nd, Group B begun. The contestants were all seasoned mock builders, with Pigeon and Mock Outpost having YouTube channels dedicated to building mocks, and Grievous the Destroyer, a viewer who has been watching my channel since the first live stream, who posts mocks on my Discord and was the fan favorite.
This is a really tough group to land yourself in. We got a lot of good builders. You can see Mock Outpost here. He has quite the brick collection at his disposal. Pigeon is a seasoned mock builder. You can check out his YouTube channel. He'll probably shout it out at the end as well, but he's working on some big mocks. And Grievous the Destroyer is known in Discord for making really great mocks because he posts them a lot.
All of the mock builders finished with ease and little controversy.
Stop, everybody.
However, after the poll was sent out, Pigeon narrowly won, moving on to the semifinals where he would face Shot First.
Would you like to shout out anything?
Sub to me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, and save this pregnant red brick.
All right. Subscribe to Mock Outpost on YouTube.
And Technoblade.
Okay.
Don't subscribe to my channel. Only subscribe to TBC and donate all of your money to him.
Hey, that's what you love to hear.
That weekend on Saturday, we had Group C, better known as the Brit Group. If you are sensitive to accents, skip ahead. The contestants were also all veteran builders. Not that Sam Smith and Republic Builds have built many mocks in the past, and YouTube sensation SW Bricks and Figs had experience building mocks, but more importantly had 5,000 Instagram followers to skew the vote. There was some chirping from a couple of the contestants at the beginning.
All right, well, good luck. Let's get our
Thank you.
next contestant, and that is Not That Sam Smith hasn't even built anything and are already begging people to vote for him.
It is in fact your boy, not that Sam Smith, ready to crush the competition.
How are you feeling looking at your competition today?
SW is going to be easy. Walk in the park. No competition whatsoever.
Oh, not that Sam Smith just talked a lot of crap about you. Any response?
I've never heard of him. So wait, can you explain who this guy is? I'm going to be going for a little Maigito mock. I've got these Galactic Marines. I want to get these in a mock, so.
Ooh, okay.
Little battle on there.
Another person riding on the figs.
But in the end, the build says it all. The battle was hard, and each of the contestants created phenomenal mocks, and a vicious vote-out commenced between Not That Sam Smith and SW. When it came time to make the call, Not That Sam Smith was leading by a narrow 2%. Soon after I finalized Sam as the winner, SW's vote shot up, but it was too late. Sam was our next semi-finalist. The next day on the 6th, we held the last group. Most of the builders who were originally supposed to be in Group D bailed on the competition. So a few hours before I was supposed to go live, I had to recruit some new contestants. In the end, the contestants were JMW, Phantom Films 44, and Irie River. Many poor choices were made in this group, with Irie River being incredibly cocky, which ended up making him lose fan support. Out of the other two people in the competition, who do you think is your biggest threat?
No one. I'm gonna win.
Let me pull up the clock real quick, and we are going to start the time soon. It seems as if Irie River has and PF44 choosing to build a huge 32 by 32 mock, which was too ambitious for the 20-minute time limit. One individual, however, being underdog JMW, who had never built a mock before, did not make any mistakes and came out on top with a devastating blowout victory against the other contestants. JMW would be the last person to enter the semifinals. The next week, on December 12th, the first round of the semifinals was held. Up first, we had JMW against Not That Sam Smith, David versus Goliath. JMW had the support of many, who saw his victory against Irie River and PF44 as an inspiring underdog story. JMW, how are you feeling today? You won by a landslide last week. How are you feeling after a huge win like that?
Wow, I was proud of myself because, like I said, I'm not a mock builder. Mm-hmm. So me winning to Irie River and Phantom, I was so surprised, and I want to thank everybody for that.
A couple of days before the stream was meant to take place, there was a skirmish in the TBC Discord server, and people were accusing JMW of cheating. One of the major rules of the competition is that you cannot have a pre-built design and have all the parts laid out before the competition starts. JMW had been practicing a lot leading up to the semi-final event, which made people believe that he was cheating. However, I spoke with him one-on-one and determined that he wasn't cheating at all, and the round commenced as usual. This time around, the contestants had an extra 10 minutes to build, so a lot of people were expecting bigger mocks than in the group stage. Soon, however, the contestants realized that they had overestimated the time increase and started to feel the pressure of the clock. How are you feeling about time?
I'm not feeling good at all.
I am stressed. Yeah, the time is a bigger opponent than I thought it was going to be. I thought because we had more time, it meant I could take it a bit smoother, but if anything, it's even harder because I've gone a lot more
ambitious? JMW faced many issues with the layout of his mock. He couldn't quite get everything to fit even though he practiced it, and could never recover.
I'm a little lost on this snot that I'm doing right now. I'm a little lost.
On the other hand, Sam gained some footing about 2/3 of the way into the competition and was able to pull off a complete mock in the end. Voting was released soon after, and Sam won with a blowout, moving on to the finale. A mere hour after Section A, Semifinals B between Hanshot First and Brick Pigeon began. The competition was expected to be a lot tighter than last round, so many people were expecting a close match. Unlike the last section, there were no pregame shenanigans that I knew of. When the competition began, to many people's surprise, Han took a very conservative approach to his mock, building a lot smaller than expected, while Brick Pigeon built a bigger one. The round was well executed by both of the contestants, yet Han's lackluster size hurt him. Brick Pigeon ended up winning by a large margin and would face Sam in the finale. Anything you would like to shout out?
I would like to shout out Hanshot First, my channel, and of course TBT. Go check them out, videos weekly, and Morg's mom.
God, he is funny.
My YouTube channel, I have a Solus build series on there right now. It's gonna be like 9 base plates. And also, if you don't subscribe to TBC, then a pigeon will haunt you at night.
That's what I've heard too. That's what happened to my mom.
Early in the morning of the finale date, being December 26th, Pigeon told me that he was pulling out of the competition. In a last-minute act of desperation, I contacted the only person I knew who would have nothing else to do that day. Han shot first. All jokes aside, Han would have been the next person in line to step in for the finale if Pigeon were to step out, as he faced him in the semis. Unsurprisingly, I got a pretty quick response from Han and he was in. However, the finale did not begin without controversy. About 45 minutes before the competition was supposed to go live, I visited Han Shot First's YouTube channel where I found a video titled The Great Scam of the TBC Building Competition. In the video, I found out that Pigeon, JMW, and Han had all conspired to throw the competition in favor of Sam, so I would have to pay absurd shipping costs sending a 501st Battle Pack to Scotland. I confronted Han and told him that his plan was flawed. If Sam were to win the competition, I would not be sending a 501st Battle Pack to Scotland because of COVID restrictions. I would simply Venmo him the money to be able to buy one for himself. With his plan in shambles, the finale began. Han began with a disadvantage. Sam had had 2 weeks to prepare. Han had just 2 hours. Although they had 1 hour to build, both started off behind, spending too much time on the base of their mocks. But unlike Sam, Han never recovered.
Basically, something's going wrong with my snot floor, and it's just not really working together right now.
Noticing that he was losing time, Sam opted to forget about the tiny details of the floor for now, so he could finish the rest of the mock and then come back to it if he had time, which proved to be a smart decision.
So I'm just going to try and work on the rest of this stuff, and hopefully I've got enough time to come back to this later, because I don't want to waste all my time on this.
On the other hand, Han faced many unfortunate events. His camera wasn't propped up well, and ended up falling on his mock around halfway through the competition, completely destroying it.
Not legends. Oh, and we got a huge tumble from Han's camera.
It destroyed my
Brutal.
mock, oh no.
Oh, it destroyed his mock. How is he going to recover?
Then, in the final stretch, the wood board he used as a background for his building studio fell on his mock, destroying it yet again.
Poor
My luck just
Chop.
keeps getting worse.
Oh,
My
your
luck just
luck.
keeps getting worse because, yeah, I put up a little wood backdrop and that just fell and ruined most of my progress.
Oh no!
For most of the competition, we could not see Han's build because of the camera angle, but when the final showcase came, it was much smaller than Sam's. In fact, it was smaller than his mock from the semifinals. When it came time to vote, Sam won by a 40% margin, claiming victory as the first ever TBC Build Competition champion. And yes, I said first. If you'd like me to do a season 2 of this competition, please hit that like button. If I do another competition, I would love to have more contestants. I only had 12 last time around. I'd like to have way more. So share this video around with somebody that might want to participate. Please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. And one final congrats to Not That Sam Smith for being our first champion. All the channels will be linked down below. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all later.